to their older, more spiritual, more down to earth ways. You find that if you take away technology and you're just out in the country field, out in the nature, you really get down to earth and become one with nature. Like peace, man, peace,
Yeah.
make love, not war.
The hippie kind of movement, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
these people got the origins. They really did, because you saw that.
Yeah, they're almost like Mormons, aren't they?
Oh yeah, Mormons, and also like the Amish too.
Oh, Amish, that's what I meant. Not Mormons. Sorry. Sorry for any Mormons out there. I didn't mean to insult you.
Yeah, we're not insulting you guys that are Mormons, but no, the thing is, the Amish are so much into no technology. Amish. They don't want to do technology, or they do so limited, and it's like it's cringy. Hey, Bone, welcome back. So we hope you enjoyed the episode. If all the stars should appear, I mean, it's crazy because this episode, it dealt with how these people forgot where they came from. They forgot that they were on the ship. They were just supposed to be there for maybe at the most, maybe 100 years on that ship. And the fact that they were over there 2,000 years later, they're still on the ship, and they don't even realize that they're on the ship. They just know that they're in this primitive lifestyle. There's no technology. They live on the farms. And the real leader's there in the city. He's a dictator. He's an idiot. He's a jerk, basically.
Yeah, he doesn't want to give up his tradition or his power, because he knows if people know there's more out there, everything's going to change.
Mm-hmm.
He wants that order. He wants that control. It's almost like a dictatorship, almost. This is the way.
He is a dictator in many ways, because he reminds me of there was an episode on Stargate that dealt with this. Because they didn't even realize that they were in that culture in any way until I think Daniel and them said, there's something beyond. Oh, I know what it was. It was the Gatekeeper with Dwight Schultz from the A-Team series. And they didn't realize that they were in this scenario where it wasn't real. They were thinking it was our reality. They had to say, no, there's something beyond this. There's something beyond what's going on. I think each science fiction has dealt with these kind of little topics to say, you know what if somebody didn't realize that there was something beyond their technically culture, to say there's something beyond? Because people say, well, what if we're just in a simulator? I really don't think we're in a simulator. I really don't, folks. I love my Sims game. I don't think we're a simulator with little robots.
Welcome to the Matrix.
Exactly. I don't think we have a simulation, folks. I really don't. Because if we did, I think we would eventually rebel and say, you know what? No, we're going to make our own destiny. We're going to make our own trademark. We're going to do our own thing. We would eventually rebel. Because I think Tomlin and I think his friends were going to rebel against Hamlet if Kelly and them had not interfered. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, like I said,
Star Trek did a similar episode on Enterprise where they go and they find the original Earthers that went out into space and they find the civilization is destroyed. They don't know what's happened, and instead they've got these almost alien-like species, and they're like, Did you destroy the colony? And they're like, we are the colony. But they don't know that. They're like the children of the colonists or the children of the children. And they have forgot. They've been underground for so long, they had forgot that they were from Earth.
Right.
And it's just funny how they go back to their old supernatural ways, believing in supernatural beings and thinking, that they're just, it's like children. If a child isn't aware of, science and stuff like that, so if we don't teach and continue the lessons, then we'll forget and we'll regress back to our more naturalistic ways, our more primitive ways. And that it just shows you, what could happen, if we didn't have technology, we'd probably go back to the old caveman days almost, you know.
Oh yeah. I mean, I remember the story, The Lord of the Flies. Here it is, these kids that they were raised civilized, and then they literally lose their origins because they start going back to their primitive days. They go back to their cave days, and then they start literally killing each other off, saying, you know what, we're going to get off the weaker ones. We're going to get rid of the weak ones. And I think if Ed and them hadn't interfered, there was going to be some kind of rebellion, because these stronger ones were going to stand up and say, enough, enough. We're tired of being under your control, Hamlet, and enough. We're tired of being your little pawns. We're tired of being your puppets. We're tired of knowing you know something, because Hamlet obviously knows something.
Oh, yeah.
And he's trying to keep it all under control, saying, no, I know something, but I'm going to hold the keys against you guys, and you guys are my hostages. You're going to do what I tell you to do, and if you don't, well, there's going to be consequences. Like, he tried to hurt Kelly. He tried to hurt Alara. I mean, he nearly killed both of them.
It's almost like, you know, what would happen, you know, like Area 51, you know, if aliens did come, would we know about it? You know, would the government let us know? Probably not.
Probably not.
Because they don't want to give up their power, and they don't want to create panic and that, you know. I mean, can you imagine how people would react if they knew we weren't alone and there was aliens out there?
Saying, wait a minute. Like, we've been a lie. Wait a minute here. What else have we been lied to about? What else do we not know about?
Yeah. So it's a really good episode, and you know, it's also a kind of good spiritual episode. It shows, you know, how we define, you know, what is God. You know, to a caveman, we would be gods. You know, so it's all about, you know, being very, very careful what you say and what you do to these, because you don't want to corrupt. And that's why Star Trek has the, you know, the rules. I've hit a blank. You know, the rules.
Yeah, I know what you're saying with the Back to the Future. They're saying you want to disrupt the space-time continuum.
Exactly.
It'll mess up the whole thing, because that's one thing we had to be so careful about, because even if we do talk to people that may be in a third world that don't have technology, we have to be very careful to explain to them in a way that they might understand. Like, a microphone is a way to speak louder, a way to speak out. But like I said, for these people, that they're going to have someone explain to them that there's something beyond what you have seen all this time. You've been on this farm environment, and you know that there's something beyond the farm. There's something that like all their looks on their faces when they see when it's opening up that sunroof, so to speak. It's like, what is that? It's like, huh? But But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that episode of All the Stars Should Appear. We're going to turn over to Priya now, which is another kind of time travel thing, but a different kind of time travel. And we're going to see not a show, but more of a guest star, somebody that many of us have seen with Seth MacFarlane before. So yeah, it's really, really cool to see this person show up. But Liam Neeson on this last episode, his cameo was such a wonderful treat. I just love it. So I hope we get him in. I really do.
He's a great actor. Anything he's in is ultimately, you know, the views just go way up. You know, Star Wars. It was him that made, you know, the Phantom Menace, you know, because of him, you know. People didn't really know Ewan McGregor back then. They didn't know the story of the prequels and stuff like that. But thanks to, you know, Liam Neeson, they you know, he brought in the audience. He got butts and seats, you know. Him and Samuel Jackson, you know, because everyone knows, you know, that's the difference between the prequels and the original trilogy. The original trilogy didn't really have big names. I say that it had some big names like Peter Cushing, but unless you're British, not many would know him. Same with James Earl Jones. Not many people knew James Earl Jones back then. But now we all know him. That iconic voice. From Lion King and Darth Vader.
Yes.
Everyone recognized that voice. Like Simba, I am your father.
Yes, exactly. I mean, that's the thing that's so cool. Like I said, Liam Neeson is an awesome actor. And from Orville, nice.
I almost wish he had a more action-based role in this, though. If he came back as an alien, and he's like,
yes.
I don't know who you are, Orville people. I don't know where you come from, but I have a certain set of skills that make me deadly to you. And yeah, Steph is like, no, we don't want to mess with you. No. We come in peace, brother.
Exactly, because Seth MacFarlane has portrayed Liam Neeson many, many times over the years anyway. But then for Liam Neeson to finally show up on Family Guy and play himself, it's like, wow, what a treat.
Oh, yeah. They do a lot together. They get quite along, They're really friendly, and it shows, what a great guy Seth is, to bring all these people together. Even Patrick Stewart, in American Dads, he loves Seth, he loves his humor and that, and it's great to see, shows like The Orville bring so many people from all different franchises, like Robert Picardo, and the one that plays the
John Billingsley, Dr. Phlox.
Yes, Dr. Phlox. Yes, there's so many faces and actors that you recognize. It's like, oh, he's from that. Oh, they're from that. It's like, oh, awesome. And it makes you wonder, who's going to show up next, and that's what keeps you going. It's like, who else is going to join the Orville crew?
Exactly. That's the thing that makes this thing so special. It's like, okay, I've seen this person, but wait a minute, have I seen this person somewhere? I was like, I'm pretty sure I've seen the people that played Ed's parents. I'm pretty sure I've seen them somewhere, but where have I seen them? I can't think of where it is right offhand. But once I find out, I'm like, okay, that's where I've seen them.
I mean, I wasn't a fan of Picard, but see, Patrick Stewart with that French accent, that would work here in Orville. That comedy accent, that would work with Orville. Like, just it's so cheesy. It didn't work on Star Trek. No. Star Trek's not about comedy, but on Orville it would work. With the eye patch and the French accent.
So I'm like, which one am I? Which is my origin?
Yeah, it's so weird hearing a British person do a French accent.
Like,
let's go say,
but they're trying to be jolly old But yes,
I do not. I'm still on basics. Sorry, I just know hello, bonjour, and that's about it.
See, I know more than that. I had to learn more than that. But like I said,
parlez-vous anglais?
Oui, je parle anglais et français. But yeah, but like I said, this guest star.
I do not understand the words that come out of your mouth. It's all Greek to me.
Well, like I said, this guest star that we have tonight on the next episode of Orville, she is going to be such a treat. She's going to be so nice.
PJ, so awesome that you could make it, my friend.
Thanks for stopping by, PJ. We hope to see you some other time. But yeah, like I said, we're going to switch over to Twitch. We were just having a brief discussion following up on All the Stars Should Appear. That was an amazing episode.
Oh, yeah.
Liam Neeson. But now we got another one coming up. Priya, episode 5. It's like, wow. But like I said, Seth MacFarlane wrote that amazing episode, that one. So yeah. I'm looking forward to the next one. So
you can tell that he's a real fan of Star Trek because it's very, you know, meeting new cultures and meeting new civilizations and stuff like that. You know, I would love to see a Star Trek episode written by him because it would be, you know, because he's a fan, he would be good, you know. And he that would probably get a lot of views, you know, just having him. You know, people would all tune in to see, oh, what's he gonna do? It's like Quentin Tarantino, you know. I'm not sure if it would be Star Trek, but he's such a good big fan of Star Trek that I'd be curious to see. You know, can you imagine? There'd be like Klingons with bat lifts, and you would see blood and guts everywhere. You know, they shoot phasers, and you know, they explode or something like that. You know, it'd be like Kill Bill meets Star Trek.
Yeah, it'd be more graphic than what was it? Star Trek: The Undiscovered Country. We had that scene briefly with the death scene, but this would be a little bit more bloodier. Oh,
yeah. Just a little more, just a little bit more, just a little bit more,
just a wee bit more. But yeah, we will see you guys back on Twitch so we can tune into episode 5 called Priya. So if you guys want to join us there, you guys are more than welcome. If you want to come onto the stream, we totally understand. If you'd rather just watch the audience, that's fine.
There's the link there, www.twitch.tv/AVP60685. Come and join us. We hope to see you there.
Yes, come on. Take that one off.
Yeah, but I hope you follow us over on Twitch, Bon. We hope to see you there. Sorry I couldn't get the link out to you before. We had technical difficulties.
Yeah, we had a little bit of issues. We understand, yes.